Hello and welcome here to Talk SCB and welcome back to the channel here today for another video. And I basically, guys, just wanted to do a very quick video on the Neymar situation. Now, the reason I haven't done a lot of videos of late on the Neymar situation is because basically, all in all, I'm sick and tired of it, and I'm sure that you guys are too. It is getting to the point now where I honestly just want him to go. And it comes from a guy who I really like, Neymar. I loved him as a player. To watch you is fantastic. To experience that entertainment that he brought on the pitch was amazing, but right now I just want him to go because I want this saga, I want this disruption to come to an end, and it's as simple as that really. It has disrupted our plans all summer. In the United States, we went out there to do a tour, to do pre-season, to get ourselves ready for the season coming up, and it was dominated by Neymar, Neymar, Neymar. Even in the press conferences, huge players, Busquets, Piqué, Mascherano, having to come out and say, oh, you know, we want Neymar to stay, we're trying to convince him. They had to talk on behalf of Neymar on our tour when they're trying to prepare for the coming season. It wasn't acceptable for Neymar to completely dominate our preparations like this, and the problem is now, the deal is still not done. PSG have still not completed this deal, and the problem as well is, it should be simple. They're paying a release clause. It should be simple. They're not having to negotiate with us, but the problem is, they're so worried about FFP regulations. They're also quite worried because the Spanish football governing body, Javier Tebas, we all know him, the Real Madrid fan, has actually come out in quite stinging defense of us. He has gone on in the last few days that if Neymar do meet Neymar's release clause, he will actually take that case to the governing bodies of UEFA for FFP, and if that doesn't work, he's going to go to CAS to see if they can do anything about this possible breach of financial fair play regulations. But basically, all that we know right now that's confirmed is yes, Neymar earlier on was in Dubai. Apparently, though, he has not completed any reported medical examinations that he would need to do prior to his move to PSG, because a few days ago the papers reported all over France and in Qatar as well that the deal will be done on Monday or Tuesday. Well, you know, here we are. No deal has been done yet. It's still not official. So where are we with the whole Neymar situation? He left Dubai today and he came back to Barcelona. He is now going to be in Barcelona, and we don't know what the situation is, because the problem is, if he's still there as a player, he should be in training tomorrow, and that's basically how it works. Players are coming back to training tomorrow. Will Neymar be there? Who knows? A few papers are saying that tomorrow he will go to Barcelona to go to the training ground and he'll say goodbye to the players and then he'll leave to go to PSG. Will that happen? Who knows? Because the problem is, we've been hearing this now day in, day out. In a week's time it'll be done. In another week's time it'll be done. Well, when will it be done? Because it's not done yet, and yet again it could be about to disrupt our preparations, because the time now is the important time that we have before the season starts. We've got one more pre-season match at the Camp Nou in the Joan Gamper against Chapecoense. A fantastic game, fantastic cause. We've got that game to look forward to. And then we've got the Super Cup matches against Real Madrid. Massive games. Maybe the Super Cup doesn't have huge importance in Spain, but it's El Clasico. It's going to be big. We have to start focusing on the football. Enough is enough now. And not only that, we need time to prepare for when Neymar does eventually leave, because at this stage, we're all expecting him to go. Like I say, I loved him as a player. I know a lot of you guys loved him as well, but now it's time for him to go. He clearly wants not to be at the club, so it's time to step aside. We need to move on to the targets we're going to bring in if he does leave. Now, I've been waiting until he goes to sort of go over what we're going to do in the transfer market. All I will say is, a lot of the Spanish media seem to be believing that this deal for Coutinho is going to be an easy one. Let me tell you now, Liverpool are not going to be easy to deal with in this transfer window. They are absolutely adamant that Coutinho is not for sale. They will demand upwards of 100 million euros for him. They will not sell him cheaply. He's under contract. He's not going to force the move himself, Coutinho. Jurgen Klopp has been defiant in his wish. He's saying that he will not be sold this summer, so it's not going to be easy to get over the line. That is the player the board want to come in. Whether he should be the one to come in, I'm not so sure. He doesn't fit all the profiles that we need to bring in a player to replace Neymar or to come into our midfield, so it's a little bit unknown at the moment. All we know is, first of all, we need Neymar to go, and then that gives us the funds to go into the market and to bring in replacements. Whether we bring in a direct left midfielder or whether we instead work on our midfield, who knows? But all we need is that Neymar to be either staying or going. It looks like he's going, so he has to go. Somebody at the club has to take control. They have to say, make a decision, make it now, because we cannot let this go on any longer. We cannot be pushed around any longer. It's so important. And let me just bring you some quotes from PSG's Nasser Al Khelaïfi. We all know him, absolutely crucial figure in these deals, very rich man. He basically said earlier on today, this is all a little bit rushed, the reports he was speaking about. He said, today Neymar is a Barcelona player, and in the future we'll see what happens. And then it's quite interesting, I want to read these to you guys. He talked about the remontada, the 6-1, the massive comeback at the Camp Nou when we eliminated PSG against all the odds in the Champions League. He says, I don't want to wish my feelings during the remontada on anyone. Of course, after this match, everyone had a breakdown, not just me. Now, I'm containing myself here because these quotes are beautiful. He said, because of the Barca's remontada, because of their comeback, I think we actually lost League One. We lost our focus and we lost our motivation. Oh, we're so sorry, Nasser. If there's anything that we can do in the future to help you out, just let us know, because we are best friends with PSG. Every season we meet you in the Champions League, and believe me, if we meet you next season in the Champions League, we will be absolutely determined to knock you clean out. So hopefully we'll see what happens with Neymar. That was just a quick update for you guys. Thank you all if you did watch my video earlier on about my plans to grow the channel, to include new things. I will always be leaving my Patreon link, which I mentioned in that video, in the description, so if any of you do want to pledge or do anything like that, it's always there for you if you want it. Thank you very, very much to all of those who have pledged so far, and all those who haven't. I still appreciate your support. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments on Neymar, guys. As always, I try to respond to as many of those as I possibly can. I really appreciate all your thoughts and views. I will see you very, very soon. Hopefully there will be some definitive and official news soon, but who knows. Until then though, as always, Visca el Barça.